Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Zethythonix channel. Today we're building the high-grade build fighters, the Hambrabi Suban, which came from the Gundam Build Fighters Amazing Ready is a manga series, and this is pretty named Bandai as well. Well, I haven't really built any kind of side story. I haven't built a lot of gunplas from the side story, so I decided to build this one today. And as usual, it doesn't have anything at the side of the box, so when we open it we'll see some parts, and it uses a lot of parts from the Hambrabi from the high grade Universal Century. Yes, it does use a lot of things, and there's a couple parts here, mainly purple, and we got some beam sabers here, and the gun that the Hambrabi have. More purple parts from the original kit, with some with the legs part, arms part. There's a lot of part. It's exactly the same. We have a sensor part here, the sensor camera. The I believe it's the wings, the weapons, shoulders as well. So this is why I love the build fighters gunplas, because they did give you a new instruction book, which looks really cool. I personally really like this feature. I think every premium Bandai gunpla should deserve a new instruction book. That's just my own opinion though. I really liking it, and as you can see, this premium Bandai kit doesn't really wasting a lot of plastic. As you can see, just a couple exits here. You could probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably eight pieces that we don't have to use. And at the back, as usual, it does have an introduction build customized from the Hambrabi of the HGUZ, and introduces a lot of weapons. It does have the color dyes down below, and it does give you a lot of information, and I really love it. And I'm gonna build this straight away, and I will see you at the review. Welcome back to the review of the Hambrabi Suban. So this is the finishing product of the Hambrabi Suban. So this is the front and this is the back. So this is just a Hambrabi with some a new backpack, a new shoulder, the new and I don't think there's anything new. And for me, it does have I kind of feel like the color theme looks really good purple because I don't usually see mobile suit painted in purple. Yes, that's just my own like opinion thing. So just before I starting with the movement, let's talk about some of my own opinions. So I really think the color theme is a really good one, purple, because normally I don't see too much purple mobile suit, but this one did do a good job on the colors, and I really like the color theme as well. And secondly, the suit, of course, is customized, and I really like the look after the customized. It looks really good, and it looks kind of look like a devil for me. It kind of looks like a, those really old school settings like the main character's enemy is always mobile suit machine looks like devil, and that gives me that feeling, and it did a really good job. I like it. So first I'm gonna start with the movement. So first the legs. During the backpack, so it couldn't really bend too much. So I would say the bending angle is probably slightly more than 90 degrees, which is probably about 100 degrees. The waist size skirt is movable, just slightly movable, and the feet of the feet is movable. Movable probably slightly more than 90 degrees, and the waist here is a ball joint, so you can go front, back, put your leg up, no problem at all. Putting your leg up, it won't be really sloppy. Or even going to it couldn't go to the side during it's a ball joint. It's not a normal joint, so it couldn't really go too sideways. So I would say the lift up probably 40 degrees about, and the hands is fully movable for 360 movement. Yes, it's fully movable for 360, and is bendable as well. It's bendable. The bend angle is probably 90 degrees. 90 degrees, yes. The shoulders is shoulder can move 360, but during the backpack there's a wing here, so you can really achieve a 360 movement. The hand is a movable joint as well. It can go 360, but you just need to push it a little hard to achieve the 360 movement. And and the waist is can go front and back for probably slightly back, and it couldn't really go to the sideways because there's because the piece at the center just kind of blocking the way to move it. The back of the wings can slightly move, as you can see here. It could be slightly moved, and the head is a no problem on moving. Couldn't move 360. Because there's a joint here. There's a piece here, and it stops it. Move front, back, not really a problem. And the back of the tail, fully extendable as well. Alright, so before I keep going on, I'm gonna show you some accessories. So first, other than the weapon holding hand that I currently installed on the mobile suit, other than that, we will have a pair of fist closing hand, as you can see on my hand. And for the left hand, it have a extension of a open hand that give it to you. Next, we do have a Hambrabi signatures gun, which you can hold it on hand, of course. And at the back here, there's a little joint. You can just put on a beam saber effect. Just give me a second, I'm taking now. You can put on a beam saber effect at the back as well. So, but that's a problem. It doesn't really hold well because for me, if I just shake it a little bit, I can pretty much feel like this effect probably is gonna fall in no time. And secondly, they do give you a pair of beam saber which you can store at nowhere, so you might as well just hold it on hand for posting. Not really doing much things about it. It's just beam sabers. Yes. Next, they do the new thing about this is the tomahawk. Is the wing tomahawk, yes, and it does have a huge nub mark on it. As you can see, if I put it under the sun, you can see the nub marks on the weapon itself. If you want to sand it off, it's gonna take a bit work. If you really want to sand the nub marks off, it's gonna take a long time, and I will not choose to do it. So next, when you bought this suit, you would just go for when you bought the suit, you already know this suit can be transformed. So I'm gonna show you the transformation. So first, at the front of there's a claw. You move it down. There's a claw, and then now, secondly, you need to move the hands to the front. So the claw now is at the front of the mobile suit, like this. It's really simple, right? Next, we'll need to slightly move up the hands like this. We'll slightly move up the hands like this. That's why the joints are really fluffy. Oh, that's why the joints are really fluffy, because they were designed for you to do stuff. So next, we'll need to move down all the legs. So we will need to move down like that. And for this time, you might need to borrow a little tool. So thank you for waiting. Now I'm back. So now I'm back on the. So I already opened the fans up, because you know it's pretty hard to open it up. And next, you will need to move the legs all the way back until you couldn't move it anymore. Yes, you remember to separate them, because. And next, you will need to open the tail as well, like this. So now the whole transformation has been completed, just like this. I really like for the transformation mobile suit. I always like the Hambrabi one, because it gives you a special feeling. It kind of looks like a fish. For me, it kind of looks like a fish for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it kind of looks like a fish for me. So it's optional if you want. You can put, you see there's a waist joint here. You can just put on the tomahawk. So now that's completely put it on the mobile suit, and as you can see, the tomahawk at the down and at the bottom, and the tail at the back, and it kind of looks like a fish for me. Yes, as I just said, it looks like a fish for some reason, and and I don't think there's anything to introduce anymore. So time to wrap it up. Good design on the Hambrabi, because I feel like Hambrabi get no love for since Sailor Gundam. It gets no love, and this time they do give you a customized version of it, and I absolutely like it. And I really like the color theme, because I haven't seen any suit using the color theme of purple, but they did give the color and the mobile suit some love, and I really like it. Definitely recommend you to have a try on it. But a couple problems that I need to mention first is the shoulder joints, the shoulder pieces. For some reason they don't stick together, so when you over move too much, it will start to have some gaps in it. If you know how to fill up the gaps, please go ahead and try to do it. Secondly, the hands joint is a major problem on it as well. If you over move, you will start to see some gaps in the and then you need to start worrying about is it gonna fall off or what. But personally, I don't think that won't be a problem for that much. It's just a couple gaps that need to be fixed. So overall, it still looks very good, and I'm really recommending you on buying it. So this is the end of the review. Hope you guys like this review. Drop a like down on the video and subscribe to my channel for more Gun Plus review. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.